windows are literally completely frozen. All right, so between the cold and the new horse, Piper, we are having things going on. I'm trying to introduce Piper to the herd in a slightly different manner than I did 2 days ago. So on Saturday, I tried turning her out with everybody, and she definitely held her own, but she got chased, and she chased them. Then she just was pacing, trying to get out. So we're not doing it that way. I pulled her out, put her in with Raina. Well, I didn't that day. That day she had to go inside, wear some fucking coolers, and warm up. Go for it, bud. Go for it. So what we're doing instead is I'm putting her out with 1 or 2 horses. Yeah, for the last 2 days, it was Raina until I came home and she was petting. They were grooming on each other, so that's the improvement I need. Today, it's putting her out with Ellie and Raina, and we'll see how that works. So, good morning. So, that being said, everyone's going in slightly different pastures, and Striker needs to get that. Okay. So now I'm going to clean where Piper's been, so that way when I turn out the mares, it's clean, because currently it's been holding Raina and Piper, and I gotta clean it on occasions. Sucks. And we're gonna take the hay while we go. How are you guys going? Okay. I am very over it being this cold. It was supposed to be, a bunch of snow doesn't bother me. It's the negative temps that are getting old. So, we are gonna have to refill some water buckets outside today as well. And maybe even dump them. Don't touch it, Piper. Did you finish? So Piper gets fed 3 to 4 times a day, 3 pounds of grain at a time. So that way she has plenty of calories to try to start gaining weight. This is also a part of our thing every day. This hind leg, super swollen. Now I think it's just swollen. We take a little measuring, pat down, and we see where we're at. We are back up almost where she was. So getting off the steroids and stuff did not help. That's not good. But you gotta go finish eating your grain, baby. Or I'm gonna turn you out with Ellie. Come here. Come here. Come on. Finish your grain. Come on. Come here. I mean, I don't really blame her. She didn't. It was only a couple hours ago that you had another 3, right? Hi. So, do you want to go out anyways? And I'll turn the mares out. That's what we'll do. You're probably sick of eating grain. Let's go turn you out. Let's see how. Ellie is new. She started getting used to Raina yesterday. She moved her around a lot more. I have no interest in just any random horses, that's for sure. Oh, baby. I'm trying to decide whether or not I turn out Striker or the mares in here, and I think I'd rather turn out Striker. Being a boy, he's kind of a fatty, so he has a tendency to try to eat everything, and I think that would be more productive than putting the mares out here who are super pregnant, and there's like no room in their belly, so they hardly eat. So. Yeah, we're gonna dump this out for the others. I don't need it in here. Already too much. got that done all over already. I was gonna turn out Striker way out, but then that's why I had to get him water first. But then I decided that what we're gonna do instead is I'm gonna turn him out here. He'll clean this shit up. He's a little bit more of a hog, so he'll like actually try to eat all of it. Where's Striker? He's inside. The snow is not really melting, not yet. It's 11 degrees out, so there's nowhere to go. I don't know, I still might stick to my original plan. Maybe the girls help me as much as they think is out here. First and foremost, though, I need to get it cleaned up. I think I'll turn Fraggle out here. They'll eat. There's a lot to eat. I did just bring out the wheelbarrow that I was going to put out here, way out though, because of the fact that that one needed more hay. So currently I'm running around needing 4 different places for horses to be. And the reason is because Piper can't go out with everyone yet. We'll get her there eventually. But slowly introducing her. Poor Tilly's out right now after some luteolace, keeping an eye on her, but she is sweating up a storm. The prostaglandin shot that causes them to abort the filly or abort the twins. She has a highly likely ability to do this again to me, so I will have to be a little wittier than this. Kind of wondering if I could actually line her up, breed her, flush an embryo. We'll see if she's having twins again. And she's got 2 follicles that are growing again. See what I can do about either A, this time around I'll breed her just once, and then B, if I breed her twice, then maybe she'd be able to have twins again, but separate the embryos at like 7 days and transfer one into Rena. She's technically the one we want the most of. Don't blame me, Striker's beast. He's a real cutie. He's a good one. He's a good boy. But we'll get the girls out here. Yes, well, thanks for following along, because then you guys get to keep up with all of it. Somebody puts about this much effort into breeding all of them. Which is why sometimes it amazes me that, like the Belgians, and also blows my mind that people don't take care of them. Because at some point, somebody loved that thing enough to make it. Believed in it enough to make it. One thing I want to do is get the turds that are the furthest away, so that way I can come back for it. Miss Lexus, it is a never-ending job, hopefully. Because the second it's ending, whoop, so is the horse. Am I right? Oh, God, that's the worst. If you get sick for a bit and you can't. Oh, God. Congratulations, you get to do twice the plan. While you're still trying to recover from being sick. If I don't do this now, it just makes it more miserable later. So, you gotta try to stay, no pun intended, on top of it. And since it's gonna snow tonight, or in a few hours, I really gotta make sure we don't let these get covered up instead to get picked up. Who flung dung by pitchfork it? you what, you should definitely buy yourself 10 Clydesdales. It doesn't really get that heavy because of the fact that it's spaced out. However, it does get really annoying because the snow bumps and lumps aren't fun. Yeah, exactly. A lot of people were wondering where I was yesterday. My phone literally died. Can't hear you way out there. Let's see if this thing helps. I don't think you're gonna want to hear. It's usually all you hear when I'm way out there is like a bunch of shuffling and snuffling and there we go. Wrong side. Is that better? I really don't. There. If it's better to hear me this way, because I do know that these things are a little sensitive. Maybe I need to get one of those fuzzy things for it. Not easy bending over in all of these. Like the worst game ever. So it's going to snow again tonight. Some things I'm really sick of in the forecast. The fact that they'll say it's 1 inch to 5 inches. Big difference there, bud. I would be lying if I didn't say this was super satisfying. The little popping noise. However, it's kind of like popping a zit. Might be satisfying, but it'd be a lot cooler if it wasn't there in the first place. Right? You guys can hear all of my silly ideas. So first part, you go through, pop up all the big chunks. And that's for the big metal one. Is this better? Sound-wise. And then you go through after and you pick up all the little babies with the other one. Good morning, guys. So with the plastic one, you go around and picking up all of the little ones that don't fit. So it's like a lot of fun because you get to do it twice. That was sarcasm. It's not fun. It's getting old. I really don't mind the winter part. I just wish I didn't have to wear my bibs. That's the part that kind of starts killing me slowly. It's cold. But these things, whew, they will wear on you. So you guys just get to hear me snuffleupagus. There we go. Voila! So, let's get this dumped, and then I'm gonna bring out the mares, and then I'm gonna have to come right back, so I'm not gonna bring my manure fork. At least it's nice and clean over there. But get the mares out here, they'll eat what's in the bin, and then I can pop out over there and we can all hang out together. I'm honestly gonna have to dump that water. It's just gross. It's not ideal to dump water when it's like this out, but my alternative is like nasty water, and they don't deserve that, especially being pregnant. We are up to a whopping 14 degrees out. I think I can get a little bit more in here. Knock it off. I might even move the tub more into the sun. Maybe location will help. Milo! Sorry for the noises, but it's not very light, so kind of happens. Yeah, see, that's what I'm trying to prevent, is the layers and layers and layers of hay that get frozen down because they're not picking it up. This is when they get that lovely term, hay burner. Because they're extremely wasteful. So we're going to drag this out. Another turd. Okay, much more full. Much fuller, much full. Which I don't know which one that is. Okay. Oh God, you guys couldn't even see any of that. Let's get the girls turned out. There's a lot of snow. Let's get this coat off. Still need my vest, but just to tell you how dressed I am, the fact that 14 degrees is warmed up enough, I can get that off. I don't know if that would be the best decision, but let's hope. Okay. I don't have people work for me because that's what I do for work. So please don't blow up my messages about that. Rude. You gotta have a mommy makeover before you pop, because you look silly, don't you? When she does pop, she is still gonna go out with her mother. A long time ago, I learned a terrible lesson, not myself personally, but I had a mentor and we bred her horses, and someone turned the horses out that had been together for a long time, and they turned the foal out with the mom away from her friends. And that mom, who didn't really have the mental maturity as much, lost its fucking mind and took it out in the foal and eventually killed the foal. So, even though it will be a little nerve-wracking, Miss Bailey is due second, and it is her mom as well. I would rather turn her out, hi baby, with her granddaughter and daughter than to risk if Bailey or Vivian handles being a mom on her own. I think she'll still be very protective. She already pushes her mom around if need be, but it would make it, that's your baby daddy, make it a little safer for the foal. Been through some shit. Seen a thing or two. I know a thing or two because I've seen a thing or two. Right, Bales? I mean, you'll be a chill-ass mom, because you've literally never given a shit after Vivian was born. Now here's the deal. If these two don't eat whatever's out here, as they're like slowly picking through alfalfa, I will pick up the rest of that, because that means ain't nobody gonna eat it. California, you must be high. Oh, 46. I thought you said high of 61. Jesus. Because it's pretty chilly. It's 14 degrees out here, Fahrenheit. And that is warmed up. Little change of plans first. I beat this boy like a... How the fuck is it almost 9:45? Okay. It's all good. We're gonna beat the crap out of these buckets. It's not gonna be bad today. You guys hear that change of tone? That's how you know it's empty. She doesn't even drink a lot of water, but whatever. Let's keep going. Found out last night if I get into leather shaping, I already have half the tools I need apparently. I don't know what else you need, but I do know I have leather stamps that I found in a chest in the barn. So there's another part. Did I skip out there for a bit? The leather ones, or the rubber ones I can beat harder, but I have to beat them harder because more shit gets stuck in them. It's very frustrating, but handy hammer that was bought off my Amazon wish list, I'm very thankful for. Look! Didn't even need to be rat-a-tat-tatted. These barns stayed pretty warm. That's pretty cool. That one doesn't even have any. Yahoo! It's the little ones. Minnesota, I bet you guys are doing this. You sound like a cold state. Bless your heart. Center of the barn stayed pretty warm. This one's clean. That's pretty cool. No pun intended. This is almost 5 gallons. I didn't drink a thing. Hi, baby. I know I get asked this all the time, why don't you have water heaters? Sadly, last week there's another lost barn in Ohio, probably something electrical, which water heaters are I don't have a clue what it would be, but I hate the idea of putting in 20 potential fire hazards in my barn. So that is why I don't have that. A little cold water never hurt anybody, but I can tell you a fire did. So, good morning. I have a whole post about the mares in the vat. Okay, let's get the last of the shit that's outside. Pun intended. Bailey found the grain that she didn't finish. Wasn't very much. Definitely doesn't hurt. When she's not pregnant, she can have whatever she wants. Extra protein won't kill her. It's really not a lot of shit that's left up over here in the corner, but it wasn't gonna fit. One, it wasn't gonna fit, and two, I didn't want to be lazy not coming back for it. However, they are not finishing this up, so I'm gonna scrape it up. I don't want it to get snowed on and buried, so. Whatever reason, they don't want to finish it, they don't want to eat it, that's fine, but I gotta clean it up. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Clean sauce is no joke. Yeah. Oh, timeout did it. Flip. Sit there playing with that all day. It's like 7 or 8 piles over here. I do look better in a thong. I won't lie. I am in one, just can't see it. You know, it could be worse. I could look better like this than in a thong. There we go. It's all about the angle, right?